Hi. I feel like there's a lag going on tonight. How's everybody doing? I'm hoping we get some new people. I've been trying to put it out there about the podcast a little more. So if you come in and you're new, welcome to Fireballs and F-Bombs. So everything has just been crazy busy. God, I tell you, I retired last year and I'm busier now than when I actually worked a full-time job. And then my part-time job now, and she's doing me 3 to 4 days a week, which is good, which is fine. It's from 12:30 to 5:30, so that's great because I can be home in the morning and the evening for the babies. I'm still doing schoolwork, still studying. I'm still going to the PD. Tired. But tonight is Montana Hauntings, and that will be the end of the M's, and the next state is Nebraska. But before I get started, I am going to have an emotional moment. Now, y'all know, if y'all have followed me for a long time, who my people are. My people is y'all. Everybody knows my biatch is Annie, and then my good friend and online husband is Uncle, and then Missy is like my secretary. Y'all know who my peeps are. So I received a gift from Uncle. Hi, Spirit Stalker, just in time. It came today, and it made me cry. I posted a video, and because I was told that I had to be videotaped when I opened it. So it was a good call because I was boohooing. I'm about ready to again. Uncle is amazing. He took the time I'm just going to show you. Pigtails Rescue with the pig. Oops, wrong side. Oh, I'm crying. Every tale deserves a happy ending, and this is what it says on the Instagram. And he has got every pig's name, every one of them, even my ones that has passed. And the ones that has passed are in white, and they have wings. And on this side, it says, "Just a girl who loves pigs." And has every one of my pigs on here. He had this made, and he got with Annie. Nobody does this things for me. This means so much. You have no idea. People don't do that stuff for me. Okay. I need a tissue. I don't have a fucking tissue. Excuse me, I'm going to use my shirt. Anyway, I just wanted to show that off and just let Uncle know that you are appreciated and loved so much. And thank you. Oh, shit. I hate it when y'all make me cry. I didn't want to put fucking makeup on for a reason, but I did. Oh, I would kick your hiney right now, Uncle, if you were in front of me. Okay. Okay. I gotta stop this. Hang on and dry up. Hold on. This fucking. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Okay. On my side, my thing disappeared. Okay. Well, it's your friend is awesome, and you can tell your friend thank you. I must have hit something. I'm sorry. Take me out. Moving stuff around. Right? Anyway, I'm back. I just had to boast for a minute. Nobody has friends like my friends. And you know you are to me, and you're my online husband too. So it takes a lot for me to say that. I'm just trying to dry up and then we can get started. Okay. Anyway, it's takes a lot for me to show a whole lot. See, why is it doing that? Why does it keep doing? Because I have to hit remove and then put back in. I'll do that too over here because I don't want to sit here and blind people with my headlights, if you know what I mean. Okay, anyway, let's get started on here so I can this. I have 8. No, I have 10. I have 10. Let me get this off the computer just in case I keep Now, the first one I have is Bear Canyon Campground, and this is in Bozeman. Now, Bear Canyon, it says, Bear Canyon is such a beautiful setting that it's difficult to think of this area as one of the most haunted places in Montana. However, this is the reality. Several people who have been camping or hiking in Bear Canyon have happened upon a ghost of a little girl in a white dress. This might not seem all that scary in comparison to some of the other ghost stories coming out of Montana, but it is said that this little girl appears in order to lure females away from the trail, causing them to get lost in the woods to be killed, or they go missing. Now, Bear Canyon Campground, this was founded in 1864. by John Bozeman to serve as a supply center for settlers and miners. It's been used as a travel corridor by Native Americans for centuries. Oh, well, okay. I think he's working on his own truck because he said he was broke down earlier today. So I hope you can get all fixed up. It was used as a travel corridor by Native Americans for centuries. One confirmed death of a 35-year-old man, Dustin Gersom, whatever. I have no idea how to say it. He was found dead in his tent by a friend. It was later learned that he had been murdered by Darren Christopher Abbey. Darren came across Dustin, struck him with a piece of wood, stabbed him with a screwdriver, and hit him with an axe several times. This little girl, she drowned when a flood came through, and she was lodged in the log jam. She is known to take on a white mist appearance, or she will show herself in full body wearing her white dress. She is the most popular spirit here. You will hear her voice, whispers, and she calls out to females in an attempt for them to follow her. Some have claimed to see a man wandering around. He carries a lantern, he watches people, and people believe that it's Dustin still camping in the area. I couldn't find anything where anybody had said, yes, I stayed here, I witnessed this, and this is what happened, and this is just what I found. I couldn't find like an actual person's. Okay. I got all stuffy. All right. The second one I have, it's called the Bonanza Inn, and this is in Virginia City. I didn't realize there was a Virginia City in Montana. Now, the Bonanza Inn is said to be the most haunted building in Virginia City, which is saying a lot for a town renowned for its history of murder, execution, and debauchery. Guests at the inn have reported being pinched and poked while staying there. Room 1 is also said to be particularly haunted, and guests staying in that room have the biggest chance of encountering the resident ghost, which is said to take the form of a spectral nun. Now, this inn was built in the 1870s and is a former hospital. It was associated with the Bonanza Kings and the rich city miners. This inn is famous for its spectral figure in a black robe that will even drift out into the street out front. Also, Sister Irene, a beloved nun that worked in the hospital and died in the building in 1944. Guests report seeing a dark shadow figure with a wide-brimmed hat looking inside their window from the outside. People have also reported hearing and seeing children jumping on their beds and giggling. Sister Irene was a beloved fixture. She lived and worked in the house and even made house calls. She died at the age of 87 in her room, which was number 1. She is often seen, heard, and felt in people's rooms. Guests in other rooms claim that Irene will unlock their door and walk right in. She will walk around as if she's checking on you and then leaves, closing the door behind her. People claim the water turns on. They hear water splashing, and it sounds as if someone is getting a sponge bath. People have noticed water on the floor and small puddles around on the bathroom floor. People claim that they hear a knock on the door and then a key turn the lock, then the footsteps going up and down the hallways. I'd probably want to go there and stay in room 1. That sounds like a fun place. Okay. I don't have any tissue. Okay. The next one I have is a Boulder Hot Springs Hotel, and this is in Boulder, Montana. The Boulder Hot Springs Inn and Spa was originally built in 1863, but it has undergone massive amounts of renovation since then, to the point that it is almost unrecognizable. Despite this, the hotel is still considered to be a historic landmark in Boulder and one of the most haunted places in Montana. The main ghost that is said to haunt this location is said to be a female spirit called Simone. It is believed that she's the spirit of a prostitute who was murdered in the building by a mining executive. There has also been a strange male voice heard on the property when nobody has been there. Some reports also say that there are the spirits of children running the halls at night. Now, it began in 1863. A saloon and bathhouse was built by James Riley, followed by a large hotel in 1881. In 1909, a wealthy miner and banker, James Murray, bought the place. The most popular spirit is of a prostitute named Simone. She worked at the inn and was murdered in the inn by a Butte mining executive. She is still attempting to work there. People claim to see her wandering and have heard a female voice. Male guests claim they've caught her watching them. She has touched or pinched them and will follow them back to their rooms. God, this shit is pissing me off tonight. Nope, the next one. Am I on this one? Yeah, this is the one I'm on right currently. Okay. She will follow them back to their room. They've claimed they woke up in the middle of the night to find her lying in the bed, smiling at them, just staring at them. Female guests have seen her, but none claim that she has gotten close to them. Guests do claim that they hear children laughing and running up and down the hallways, but when they open the door, it stops instantly. A male voice has been captured on their in-house cameras when the building is vacant. A male calls out as if he is searching for someone. A mist has been caught on camera, but he's never been seen in person. So there's unknown, and apparently they've never had a medium or anything come in. So I'd go there. I'd want to go there. It didn't say. I think she's just still trying to get their attention, and I don't know. It did. That's all it said. But it says that they have they hear a male voice. Like, could the male voice possibly be her pimp, or it could be, I don't know. Maybe they're searching. I don't know. They don't say who the male voice is that they hear when nobody's there, because they only hear the voice and see his shadow on the camera, never in person. So that's interesting. I have Little Bighorn Battlefield. Y'all know I like battlefields. Now this is called, it's in Crow Agency is the town's name. Now, one of the most famous locations in Montana is also one of the most haunted places. We are, of course, talking about the Little Bighorn battlefield. It probably goes without saying that this particular site is a prime location for paranormal activity. It is not at all uncommon to hear men screaming in agony or for apparitions to appear late at night. Now, this commemorates the clash on June 25th and 26th in 1876, where Native American warriors led by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse defeated Colonel Custer and the U.S. Army's 7th Cavalry. Colonel Custer knew he was outnumbered, but he chose to attack the Lakota and Cheyenne tribes. 98% of Custer's forces were killed and put into mass graves. Now, 328 men died on those days. 268 of Custer's men and 60 of the tribe. Now, the enemies were thrown into the mass graves together as well. So all the mass grave of the troops that they defeated, and then they put the enemy right in with them. So they feel that there's a war still going on there. Visitors and park staff all report ghostly figures, phantom sounds of battle, and feelings of deep sorrow. People have heard Indians battle singing and charging on horseback, the sounds of swords and men screaming. Apparitions of soldiers and Native Americans are always reported, sometimes silhouetted in ridges or as partial figures. People feel freezing spots even on hot days, indoors or outdoors. People hear footsteps, banging noises, they see objects move, and the doorknobs will also turn by themselves. I'd go there too. But y'all know how I like to go to a battlefield, because, the battles, God, there were so many battles and bloodshed and over very minor things. When we went to the battlefield, that's Olusty battlefield, that's real close to me. It's about 45 minutes away, but we went there a couple times, and it's just so weird because even just walking in on the property, you get a feeling of what I don't even know how to explain it. It's not really sadness. It's more almost like a depression. It's almost like you fall into a depression real quick, and you're confused, and you don't know you just feel like a state of confusion. Like you know what you're doing, but you're like constantly looking, and you feel like you have to be on guard. And it's just weird. 2 in my area, Prairie Grove and Pea Ridge Battle Park. Man, I'm surprised you haven't gone. I like going to battlefields because, like I said, there's so many people that lost their lives there. I always try to do EVPs to see if any of them will come forward and tell me their story. Oh, see. I want to go. Anyway, so the next one I have, it's called St. Charles Hall. Now, this is actually at Carroll College on the campus in Helena. I don't know if it's Helena or Helena, but I know there's a Helena, Georgia, so I'm going to call it Helena. So I could be wrong. Now, This is the oldest building on the campus in St. Charles Hall. Is also haunted. This building was named for St. Charles Borromeo and was constructed back in 1909 when the cornerstone was laid by President William Taft. These days, the building primarily serves as a dormitory. Some of the paranormal activity that has been recorded at St. Charles Hall includes one famous incident that occurred in 1964 on the fourth floor. A student was in the men's bathroom when he blacked out and he hit his head on the sink. This caused hemorrhaging in his brain, and although he was taken to the hospital, he died of pneumonia a couple of weeks later. Ever since that incident, the students have experienced strange things on the fourth floor. Many of them report seeing a young man with a visible head injury in the mirror when they're brushing their teeth. Others have said that they turn on the faucet only for blood to come out instead of water. After several years of distressing reports like these from students, the bathroom was completely locked up and is no longer in use. However, there are still reports of scraping noises coming from behind the locked door. There are also reports of the apparition of the student jumping out of a window to commit suicide. It seems that the event is replayed like an echo in time. Others claim that a number of priests have died in various parts of the building and still wander the halls. But the only documented occurrence is related to the young man who died in the bathroom. Now, this was the first structure it opened 1900. Still a dorm today. Now, the whole fourth, they finally closed down the whole fourth floor. Now, staff can still go up to the fourth floor to clean or vacuum or whatever, but no one goes into the bathroom. The bathroom is sealed shut, and even the staff can't go in there. The staff has even claimed that they hear scratching coming from the inside of that bathroom door. They're too scared to go in, even if they could, and it's completely sealed. Now, still on other floors, people will see an apparition of a boy with blood on his head just wandering the halls. Students are used to it, and they don't interact with the spirit, but they'll speak to him if they're close by. So that's that. So I guess the boy, from the story, one of the stories that I read, he got really drunk. He was really drunk, and he came home and was stumbling and was attempting to get ready to go to his room to go to bed, and he fell. In the hospital, apparently, he caught pneumonia or whatever it was. But was it pneumonia? Is it? Where is it? Where the hell is it? Where was it? Did he catch pneumonia? Anyway. I don't remember. Anyway. He died in the hospital though, but I don't know how long he was a student there. I don't know how long he had been staying in the dorms there. I don't know all that. So are they that close together, really? They're that close. Like, I don't like the Alusty battlefield is like 45-minute drive for me. Maybe a little under an hour, maybe 50, 55. But there's no other one until we go a little bit more north. Like, it's like another hour away. So I'm surprised that there's I guess go fight here, go fight over there. Anyway, the next one I have is called the Copper King Mansion. And this is in Butte, Montana. Everybody's heard of Butte. It's spelled like butte, butte. Okay, so the original owner of Copper King Mansion, William Andrews Clark, is apparently still haunting his former home. Some of the regularly reported activity in the house includes unexplained shadow figures, cold spots in the building, and a warm, welcoming presence. Third, oh, I got it. Okay, I got you. Well, listen, if we can ever get over there to visit, we'll plan on going there. Okay, so now this is a 34-room resident. William Andrews Clark, one of Montana's 3 famous Copper Kings. Apparently, it was a miner. It was built from 1884 to 1888. Now, in 1953, the Cody family bought it and has occupied it since. It's currently a B&B and a museum. Now, Williams Clark, the original owner, died in the home in 1925 at the age of 86. His widow was left with his huge fortune, but died at the age of 85. And then his fortune was left to his youngest daughter, Huette Clark. Now, she lived to 104 years old, and then she died in 2011. She did not die in the house, but has always had a strong hold on it, and she is often seen in there as well. It's you will have the feeling of being watched or that someone is constantly with you. People see misty apparitions daily, especially down in the basement. Doors will open, close, lock, unlock on their own, and there's also an old trunk that will open and close on its own as well. Some say the current owners will completely deny anything paranormal, but they offer 2 to 3 paranormal tours a day. Now, how do you, I'm the owner. There's no paranormal here, but we offer ghost tours 3 different times a day. Come on now. How stupid are we? People are ridiculous. Okay. The next one, it's an Elks Lodge. Everybody knows what an Elks Lodge is, right? This is Elks Lodge 537 in Miles City. Now, because it is an Elks Lodge, part of a foundation or whatever the heck it is, I can't find much information on it. So I know it was built in 1914. During the Prohibition era, the Elks Lodge was something of a hot spot in Miles City. It was pretty much the place to be if you were in search of drinks and entertainment. There are even rumors that it may have been a favorite hangout of Bonnie and Clyde, who apparently went there to play cards. In 1963, the Elks Lodge was the site of a suicide, and this is believed to be behind the paranormal activity that's been reported in this building. There have been many sightings of a female spirit wearing a long dress wandering the halls of the Elks Lodge, and she has even been caught on camera on one occasion coming out of the bathroom. I guess spirits have to go pee as well. Now, I tried to find out anything about the ghosts or the female or the suicide. I tried to find out, and because it's a BPOE Elks Lodge, it doesn't talk about it. I even went to the website and typed in that number, Elks Lodge, and it just does not give information. All I found was that the female hung herself in the bathroom. That's all. No other info. I even wrote on there, no info. I can't. So I included it because it was on here. But yeah, I couldn't find much. Yeah, listen, especially if you're me, because everybody knows CC's good for a pee. All I got to do is sneeze or cough or laugh too hard, and pss, there it is. Sort of like I made the shirts in my merch, and it said, what's it say? Shit. You're gonna make me EVP my pants. I'm about to EVP my pants. All right, so we have Fort Peck Theater in Fort Peck. Now, this was being built in the 1930s. The town of Fort Peck was built as a temporary home for the U.S. Army Corps engineers and their families. There were homes and other amenities built, including Fort Peck Theater, which was completed in 1934, so that the workers would have entertainment. Although it was intended to be temporary, the theater remains in use today for a variety of theatrical productions. It is said the Peck Theater is haunted by a male ghost who will manifest 1930s style work clothing. It is common for people to hear the sound of men at work when the theater should be empty. There have also been reports of apparitions in the dressing rooms from time to time. Now, what I found is, okay, this building was saved from demolition by a preservation society in 1960. It was listed on the National Register of Historical Places in 1983. Now, many actors and actresses, staff, and visitors all claim to have seen and heard the most popular ghost named Floyd. He's a past projectionist. He is a fairly friendly spirit and always speaks to them and smiles and waves, and not to scare anyone. Another male spirit is that of a construction worker who fell to his death during the construction of an expansion. He's not scary, but he's not friendly either. He just walks around or sits in a chair. He'll walk across the stage. Even during an act, people have seen him just walk across the stage. He fell and died in the 1930s off of some scaffolding. People have claimed that sometimes, just while sitting there watching a show, they get a feeling like they're falling in their stomach. There's even a female spirit called the Woman in Black. She appears on stage, dancing even during the shows. She dances just like she has practiced for her appearance. She has been seen in the mirrors of the dressing room as if she's still getting ready to go perform. That is cool. That's cool. I think that would be so cool if you're there and you're watching a show and you see this extra see-through apparition up there dancing. Could you imagine if she actually knew the routine too? That would be so cool. I don't know. I think that's cool as shit. I would love to. I've never been into a theater like that, so I would love to investigate one of those. Now, I have just a couple more. This is the Montana Territorial Prison or the Montana State Prison. Now, this is in Deer Lodge. Montana Territorial Prison was in operation from 1871 until the late 1970s. The insufficient facilities, overcrowding, and barely edible food rations made it a particularly miserable place to be, even by prison standards. There have been several murders and suicides in the building, and the prison was also the site of a massive riot in 1959. All of this has contributed to making Montana Territorial Prison one of the most haunted places in Montana. Some of the strange sightings that have been reported include apparitions in the empty cells, phantom footsteps, cell doors closing by themselves, and a malevolent entity in the solitary confinement area, which has been known to scratch, push, or choke visitors. I wouldn't want to go down there. One of the most well known ghosts that is said to haunt this prison is convicted murderer Paul Eitner, also known as Turkey Pete, who was incarcerated here for almost 50 years before dying of natural causes in 1967. He was on death row. Oh, and God, that thing pisses me off. Now, the riot was initiated by inmates Jerry Miles and Lee Smart. The inmates took control of the prison for 36 hours. It resulted in 3 deaths and several injuries. There are over 200 confirmed deaths, including prisoners and guards. One notable death is of the warden, John Robinson. He was killed when 2 inmates, George Rock and William Hayes, attempted to escape. They killed the warden, and the guards killed them. It's said the spirits are of inmates and guards who have died on the property. Paranormal investigators claim they've picked up pictures and videos of apparitions. They've witnessed a cat toy being rolled across the floor, and it will light up when asked. They saw orbs and mists, heard footsteps, heard keys dangling, and cell doors shut. They witnessed apparitions of inmates pacing in their cells. They heard banging of metal against metal. Voices were caught on their voice boxes. Now, I couldn't find like those videos or anything of that. That would have been cool to watch. And if I ever find out that like Ghost Adventures or something has been there, I'll add that, but I don't think it has. I didn't see that anywhere. Now, the last one I have written, it's called the Sacagawea Hotel. Sacajawea. Sacagawea. It was built back in 1910, and since then it has hosted numerous well-known guests, including the builder himself, John Q. Adams. It is thought that some of these guests, including Adams, never actually checked out. There have been several reports of an apparition resembling John Adams throughout the hotel, and many guests have also witnessed a ghostly housekeeper who appears seemingly out of nowhere before walking into a closet that is no longer there. It is certainly something that would be disconcerting to see in the night. Now, it was built by John Adams as a rest stop for passengers and crews of the Milwaukee Railroad. It has 29 rooms, 2 full service bars, a steakhouse, a meeting room for weddings and other venues. The Indian girl from Night at the Museum. What about the Indian girl? Is that the Sacagawea thing? Yeah, removing them on the Chevy 5.3 and 6 are very easy, but Welcome back, Glenn. It's easier part to fix unless it's a very. Hold on. I've missed the comments. Off the battery charge. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Now there are five ghosts that live at this hotel. A maid who walks the closet, a maid who greets people at the staircase, a shadow figure in the dining room, and the owner himself, John Adams, his wife. People see him all over the hotel. He will move things around and turn, walk behind employees like they're watching them. He acts as if he's still running the place, basically. His wife is always in white. She roams the first and second floors and goes in and out of rooms right through the doors. People have reported her sitting in one particular chair and she just reads her book. When she lied out. Maid still roams from room to room. The toilet's flush. One saw the toilet paper spin itself. You can see her shadow in mirrors, and she will sometimes show up in your pictures. She often goes into closets and disappears. The man at the staircase is said to be the old staff member. He worked there for many, many years, but did not die in the hotel. He still smiles and greets people and escorts them up the stairs. People claim that once he gets to the top of the stairs, he disappears. Nobody knows who the shadow figure is. He goes from there to the kitchen. Only no form. So his features are not visible, but you can tell that it's a body form. People claim he acts like a server. Silverware has been seen falling to the floor in the kitchen, and that and the door will swing itself open or close by itself. So that's all I have written. And there's one other one, and it's not very much. And this last one, it's called the Grand Union Hotel, and this is in Fort Benton. Fort Benton is one of Montana's oldest towns, so as you might expect, it has plenty of history around it. One of the most haunted places in Montana is the Grand Union, which was built back in 1882. Local legend states that at one time a drunken cowhand rode his horse into the hotel and all the way up the main staircase before he was shot dead by the bar manager, the horse too. Ever since then, there have been some unexplained noises and things happening. Guests and staff alike have heard phantom hoof beats on the stairs. Mysterious blue lights are said to dance across room number 202, and there have been multiple sightings of a male spirit dressed in a long coat who appears in various different parts of the hotel. And that's all it says. I don't have any other info. And that is the end of this is the 11 most haunted places in Montana. So that is, come on. Boop. I found that my stylus works the best for my, come on. There we go. I'll just do it. I'll do it on my phone. No, I'll just do it later. Why is that not? Okay. Here we go. Oops. So that's all I have of Montana. Now that is the last of the M's. The next state will be Nebraska. But I think, let's see, I know I have a couple other things in the works as well. Um, we're gonna do a couple things, and me and Missy started playing this new game, and she found the damn thing on a board game, so I bought that today. So when I get that, I'm gonna sit there and try out how to do this online, because it is a really fun game and it makes you think, and I can get everybody involved and get you guys to type in your answers and stuff like that. But it's gonna be funner with two people, so I got to find whoever wants to come on and play. Now, and then me and Uncle are also planning something else that's going to be really funny. And so I'm not sure. Oh, and I ran into an old friend of mine, and he works for the fire department, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. And so I was telling him about the podcast, and I asked him, I was like, would you like to come on as a guest one night, and you can talk about the fire department and some calls that you've gone on, and some funny stories of us being on the same call together or something. He's like, oh my God, I would love to do that. Count me in. So I might have him on one night as well. So we'll get a few. He's got a very, very funny sense of humor. So he would fit right in, and you guys will like him. But he is actually a captain at the fire department here where I live. And I knew him from when I was a deputy, and we would respond to the same stuff and crashes and people's houses and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. So he's and we would work details too and have to deal with the people. It was a lot of fun. So I might have him on one night to talk about the fire department. So we'll see. I got to find out what night we can do what. I think me and Uncle decided, was it Sunday or the next Sunday? Was it this? Not today's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days Sunday. Is that when we were talking about it, Uncle? I just got to try to figure out what night. It depends on when I get the game, and I just ordered that today, so I don't know when that's going to get here. I have Prime, but I did not check to see if it was Prime. So hopefully we can get that, and we'll figure out how to do that, and we can do that like sometime next week. That would be. Yeah, I know you said Sunday. I just wasn't sure if you meant this coming Sunday or the next Sunday. Because I can start. I'm off tomorrow, and I was going to take a little. I got to do some schoolwork tomorrow, and because Friday I work, but I'm off Saturday, and I can get all the stuff I need Saturday and finish up Sunday morning and get it scheduled before I go to work. That way, when I get home from work, because I get off at 6:30 on Sunday. So by the time I get off work and get home, it's about 10 after 7. I can eat and get in here and get started, and it'll already be scheduled, and I'll have all my stuff sitting here ready. Oh, is Monday Labor Day? Oh, cool. So, I mean, we can do it Saturday instead. Well, yeah, we can do it Saturday night instead. And do you want to do it Saturday night, or do you want to do it Sunday? Well, I would have more. Yeah, we could do it Saturday night if you want. If not, we can still just plan it on Sunday, because I know Sunday I'm gonna be tired when I get in here. And I think I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday again. I don't remember. I'd have to look at my schedule. But okay, we'll talk about it, and I'll figure it out. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday. We'll figure it out. And then depending on when I get the game, but yeah, we'll get it all figured out. um, Other than that, that's all I have for Montana. The next state will be Nebraska. And what I was telling Missy, we never hear much about Nebraska, do we? Never hear much. It's not like a popular state, is it? And so we're going to learn a lot about Nebraska. I towed by a Ford 350 for 50 miles. I believe she jinxed me. Shit. Well, I'm glad you made it home and you got it all fixed, Mark. Steven, excuse me. So, but yeah, I'm off tomorrow. I've got some schoolwork I have to do. I try to, fit that in a little bit each day. I'll remain silent about Nebraska. You can text me later about that. What do you know, mister? I gotta know now. So anyway, I started cleaning and forgot you were live. It's okay. I'm just sitting here talking about stuff that I got planned for upcoming podcasts. Oh, well, you need to, that needs to be blocked. Yeah. No, that needs to be moved on. You need to move the fuck on from that, dude, and forget it. Forget that. Anyway, so yeah, I have to go out and close up the barn. Oh, good. Yeah, because it seems like every month your horoscope is saying that. God, I'm so stuffy now that I cried. Damn it. That's like y'all's goal, isn't it? Y'all's fucking goal. Oh, this is gonna make Cece cry. This is what we gotta do. We're gonna make her cry. That's not nice. Oh God. And fucking Annie's the one that'll tell you what make she knows. She can tell you. So yeah. Yes, it was. It was you that make me happy cry. That's what it is. Oh, that's right. Well, Sunday now is the last night of August. So whether we do it Saturday or Sunday, Uncle, that'll be our last August horoscope. And then the next horoscope I do will be the September horoscopes. Yes. Yes. So yes, let's plan on next Wednesday. We'll do the September horoscopes. Yes. So I'll get around to Nebraska eventually. So anyway, I'm to end here. Either Saturday or Sunday night with Uncle. Monday first, yes. Sunday is the last day of August. I'm saying the last podcast of August. It was 68 degrees here this morning. And it was the first time in probably 6 months I fed breakfast and did not sit there and pour sweat. So and I can't wait, because even when it's fucking 20 something degrees, I'm going to be out there in shorts and a tank top and my boots working. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that's nice. I can't wait till it's in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s and the 20s. I can't. Yep. I will send you guys a video of me in my shorts and my tank top when it's 20 something degrees outside. That's right. Because I love it. Anyway, I'll see you guys either Saturday or Sunday. Thank you guys for joining. Hi, V team. You came in right before we're ending. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I love you guys so much, especially you, Uncle, my online hubby. It was a high of 88 today. It was still up in the high 80s, high of 88. Yesterday was still 90. Today was a high of 88. But next week, it's only supposed to be like a high of 83, high of 84. So anyway, I'm going to be live over here on Clapper for a little while longer. I'm going to end this. I'll see you guys this weekend and have a wonderful day. Love you guys.